Then it is time for the final segment, I think. It is time for the final segment of the
But not
stream.
the final rant.
Huh? Not the final rant?
Final rant.
Oh,
Yeah,
shit.
we always have that one last rant.
Oh, yeah. The final segment of the stream, anime dartboard, the anime book club where we dive into the uncharted waters of my watch later list and pull out only the saltiest, least appetizing of the anime tuna for which to consume on the screen as some sort of distorted review mukbang. Of course, we have me, Sacrobolic, your anime guru, who has recently watched. I forgot to mention this in the opening. I've completed my 200th romance anime recently. I've completed my 200th romance anime, and of course, we have our shonen trash normie, Conquer the John. I'm sorry, you've changed your name to Ray. You've said.
Yeah, conquer the Ray.
Conquer the Ray. We have Conquer
already.
the Ray, our shonen trash normie over here, being dragged into the dark depths of the infinite black abyss that is artsy bullshit. As we have, who was this? This was Was this not Production IG? I believe this was Production IG, but I should have had this pulled up faster. This is me not thinking properly. The 1988 Studio Dean OVA, directed by Mamoru Oshii, famous for Ghost in the Shell and Skycrawlers. We have Mobile Police Force Patlabor. John, what did you think about Patlabor?
It's funny that you mentioned it was in the 80s, because this is one of the most 80s fucking animes I've ever seen in my life. Like, it is fucking quintessential 80s. Like, from the music, like some of the things they say, and just like the overall look of the show, like the animation style reminds me so much of like the real Ghostbusters, which is one of my favorite like cartoons of all time. Like it was all right. Like I didn't get super into it. Like the last thing we watched, the
Wizard
Wizard
Barristers.
Barristers.
Mm-hmm.
Like that sucked me into that world. Like this, like I watched it, I didn't hate it, but I also didn't like thoroughly enjoy it either. Like it was more like it was there, you know. Um, I do want to some things I want to point out. The theme song was pretty kick-ass. I liked it. It was very 80s.
Mm-hmm.
In episode 1, there's a sweet Voltron shot of like 4 people, which we only really see one of them throughout the next couple episodes. That was cool. There was robots.
Yeah.
Robots.
So, yeah, there's a land development project in Japan to basically turn a large portion of Tokyo Bay into a sort of livable metropolitan area called the Babylon Project. And in order to enable the development of this new artificial island, they create mechs called Patlabors, which can be used for all sorts of construction to like service work, or in this case, police force, as Patlabor crime has increased. It, despite having an interesting plot that could be very easily tied into like how one of the main antagonists is, of course, environmental terrorists who believe that the construction of an artificial island in Tokyo Bay will damage the local ecosystem, which is totally reasonable. The show is mostly a sort of like dumb buddy cop show about a bunch of fucking goofballs fucking around in mechs, and it doesn't really like get too serious. But I also felt like I didn't really engage with any of the characters or any of the story.
Yeah, me either. Yeah.
It like what action scenes were in there weren't great. The art style was very 80s, was very like 80s art style. I don't know. Overall, I thought, I'm gonna be honest, I thought it was pretty boring. That was pretty boring. Yeah, I thought it could have been a lot better. This, to be fair, this is kind of what I've come to expect from Mamoru Oshii. This is the what I expect from a Mamoru Oshii project is that it like shows up and then it's fucking boring as shit, and then everyone jerks off onto it. Because everything Mamoru Oshii does is brilliant and genius, even though the man himself has admitted that he sometimes doesn't actually have a point he's trying to make, and he wants you to insert your own point into it. And the point I'm inserting into it is that there wasn't one. So I can't be wrong.
There wasn't, no.
Yeah, I can't be wrong either, because I got to do it. So fuck you.
It felt like 7 different stories kind of smushed together. That didn't have like any finale at all.
Yeah, there's a fucking random sea monster part of this, where there's a sea monster.
Oh, I have that. I have that in my notes. I have it as Godzilla.
Godzilla.
Yeah, because this reminded me of Godzilla.
Yeah.
He just comes out of the scene and he's like, man, and then he turns around and goes home.
Yeah, and then he just goes back into the water. Yeah.
There's also Ghost. Can't forget about the Ghost.
I remember the Ghost not being real.
Yeah.
Okay. It's like, I thought the ghosts weren't real.
Very small notes.
Okay.
I took very small notes because there wasn't really much to note.
Yeah, there was an entire episode where they investigated ghosts, but it was actually just a trick for them from their instructors to test their deduction skills. But hilariously, even though they were supposed to solve the mystery of the ghosts, what they ended up doing was solving not only the mystery of the ghosts, which was what the instructors intended, but also that there were no fucking ghosts. And the instructors were like, well, shit, you exceeded our expectations on this.
Well, case solved. You boys and girls can go home.
Yeah, you have made it through your fucking supplementary lessons. I forget what they're called. Probation. You're off of probation.
So I have 2 other notes. I have the weird remark when that dude was pulling on you, like kicking that dude in the dick. Like I don't know if you remember it, but I had to write it down because I thought it was hilarious. Like there's a scene where a gentleman is like grabbing onto a dude's foot and then kicking the other dude in the dick to wake him up. He's like, "Stop that! I have a wife." And I thought that was like a funny, like just funny thing to say. Stop kicking me in the dick. My wife would be upset about that.
Yeah.
And then there was
my wife really likes me for my dick.
I guess, yeah. There's a line in episode 5 where someone off screen just yells, some bean curd, you punk. That is the entire line. And it was really funny to me. And I was like,
I thought he was calling the punk a bean curd.
Yes, I don't that's why it doesn't make sense.
I think he was like, you're a bean curd, or you bean curd punk. Like, I think he was I remember that line. I'm pretty sure he called the punk a bean curd.
Okay, that makes more sense. Because I thought he was just asking someone for some bean curd and calling them a punk. Like, I'm cooking.
You want some bean curd, punk? We got the best bean curd here in Tokyo.
But definitely, like, stop kicking me. Like, stop it. Like I have a wife. Like,
yeah.
While getting kicked in the dick, like, it's really funny too.
Look, his wife's a fucking size queen, obviously. I guess she
so.
really likes that fucking honker, that hoagie, that salami.
Those are all my notes. That's all I have.
That's all you have. I, of course, didn't take any notes, and that's why I don't remember anything about this, because I watched it over a month ago, and it was so fucking boring and uninteresting that I barely remember anything about anything, other than the actual plot of this fucking show. By the way, they do not complete the fucking Babylon project at the end of this at all. But
they don't complete anything at the end of this.
No, yeah, it starts with the Sector 3, I believe, crew joining up, and they're like, okay, we have the Sector 3 crew, and then stuff happens, and then the show ends.
Basically, yeah. And like after the last episode aired on my phone, it went back to episode like something like that. And like I just kept watching because I thought it was another episode for whatever reason, because I wasn't keep track of the episodes. I'm like, wow, this episode's like super similar. And then I watched like another one. It was like episode 6, and it just kept like playing the same couple episodes over and over again. I'm like, I've seen these like twice. I'm like, oh, it's just like auto playing whatever bullshit now.
Yeah,
and it just kept playing like the 2 same episodes. over and over again.
Okay.
So big up to that.
Any notes about? Well, yeah, that also showed there was one episode where I thought I was rewatching the same episode, and then I realized no, it's a new episode. It was just had the exact same start as a previous episode. That did happen.
Oh yeah,
to me.
that was. I think that's episode 5 actually.
Yeah, I was like,
it was like one of the. It was one of the later ones.
I was like, is this the same fucking episode? Did I fuck up somewhere? Did I watch in the wrong order? Nope, it's a new episode. What the shit? So
I know they reuse some stuff in anime, but
yeah, they couldn't even make a new intro to a fucking episode. They just did the same. They didn't even have 7 episodes worth of thought put into this. It's fucking nuts. Yeah, this wasn't good. Speaking of which, though, this is probably pretty obvious. I put a little hint to this. Can you guess why Patlabor entered my radar to make it to the watch list in the first place?
Robot.
No.
I don't know.
Okay, so Mobile Police Force Patlabor is, in and of itself, the OVA series is not popular or famous. What Patlabor is famous for is its second movie, which I believe is just called Patlabor 2, like Patlabor Movie 2 or something. Its second movie is considered an anime classic. And because I usually like to start series at the start of the actual series, that's why I put on the OVA series to better enable watching the Patlabor movies. So I actually did watch. I'm going to ask you this: did you watch the Patlabor movies?
I did not. I watched everything today because I like to be refresh on it. If not, I'll forget it or lose my notes for it. So I did not. I was thinking about it because they do have those on VRV, so. Potentially watch this if I like this. So I'm probably, now that you have that recommendation, if it's actually good, I'll probably actually go.
Oh, I didn't make that recommendation.
Okay.
No. I did watch the Patlabor movies, though. And if you want to hear my opinions of the Patlabor movies, I'm going to, you know how I said at the start of the stream, I had a little surprise for everyone.
Ooh,
John, I made another episode of Water.
You did.
I made the 10th episode.
Was it about
Water.
Patlabor?
It has the Patlabor movie reviews in it. All 3 of them. I reviewed all 3 of them. The last episode of Water, Water 9, was the 90s Sailor Moon episodes. The Patlabor movie reviews. It also has Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season, Rainy Coco, Assassin's Pride, Bokuben, at least that shit. It has at least those things. I might be forgetting something. But that episode went up 1 hour before we went live. So you can actually watch my opinions on the Patlabor movies right now. It is live on Shouting Through the Chorus, episode 10. It's there. Oh, and 7 Seeds, which is my 200th romance anime I've completed. Unfortunately, it was 7 Seeds and not something that was actually good. But, so, yeah. Yep. I actually set it up to upload the episode. I worked super hard trying to edit this fucking video, by the way. I spent like 8 hours trying to get this up in time. Last night.
Yeah.
I was up all night editing this fucker to get this up.
Is that why you didn't stream last night?
No, I didn't stream last night because I had a prior engagement. I had to watch Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. That is the actual reason. The reason I didn't stream on Thursday is because I thought it would be too weird to stream on Thursday, but then not on Friday, but then podcast on Saturday. So I just didn't.
That's right.
Yeah, which is good because it let me get Boku done in time. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have been able to have finished that in an adequate amount of time either. But anyway, yeah, so the episode's up now. You can watch it if you want to see my opinions on the Patlabor movies. But no, I would not recommend them, long story short. But if you want to see a more detailed explanation of them, there you go. And with that, I think we're ready to spin the fucking wheel. Are we ready to spin this fucking wheel?
We are ready to spin the wheel.
All right, I've already paid...
What? You already spent it?
No.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned projects in the works because I do have my series, which hopefully, if I actually get some stuff done this week, should be up by next week. It's called Retro Report. and it's actually on Luigi's Mansion, which is why I didn't talk about it too much. I got the intro, John. I have all the stuff clipped out. I just need to record all the audio and put it all. But we'll
Nice.
see how that turns out.
All right.
And
Are
I
we ready?
already have everything recorded for episode. Yeah.
Okay.
Go.
Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Spin the wheel.
I'm excited. Oh, I hope we get another good one. I could use a good one.
Okay. Bakemono no Ko is the lucky winner.
Oh, sounds interesting.
I think it's a movie, isn't it? The Boy and the Beast. All right. Let me get...
Sounds like Where the Wild Things Are.
Am I still on?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, I dropped frames again for a second. All right. As long as the stream's fine, we're good.
Oh.
Okay. All right. So The Boy and His Beast. And let me go ahead and add in a new image source for that.
New one. Whenever I get a chance to actually rent the new Digimon movie, I'll probably do a perspective on it. Just because supposedly the end of that group of kids, even though they are doing a reboot of the series. But whatever. The reboot is actually vastly different from the original series, though. I'm gonna do that because I feel like I need to. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, The Boy and His Beast. The Boy and His Beast is done by Studio Chizu. Who the fuck is Studio Chizu? Oh, they also made Wolf Children and Mirai no Mirai. So they exclusively make highly rated movies.
Okay. Alright. So they're kind of like Studio Ghibli.
Well, let's hope that they're better than that. So, Mirai no Mirai is an original movie. It is genre adventure supernatural. It is 1 hour 59 minutes long, directed by Mamoru Hosoda.
It's a long ass anime movie. Jesus Christ. 2 hours.
Who directed? Let's see if you directed anything important. A lot of key animation. I'm looking for Digimon Adventure movie, Digimon Adventure Bokuro no War game.
No shit. Okay. Full circle.
He directed a Gegege movie.
I mean, the animation does kind of look like the Digimon movie. So
directed Mirai no Mirai. Directed the 6th One Piece movie, which I don't think I've seen the 6th movie. Baron Omatsuri and the Secret Island. Yeah, no idea. He directed Wolf Children. He directed the opening of Samurai Clampu. That's a good opening.
But okay.
Yeah, directed Summer Wars. Okay, and he directed Girl Who Leapt Through Time. Fuck me. Okay. So this man is good at his job, then, is what we have just found out. This man makes some fucking bangers. And The Boy and His Beast has an average mouse score of 8.35. And as for why this movie entered my radar, it is because I have heard it is really good and it looks good.
It's like just from like the title card, it looks damn good.
So I don't know. I forgot to actually read it. My bad. God, it's already podcast 4. I'm already slipping. 2 souls living very different lives wander alone and isolated in their respective worlds. For 9-year-old Ren, the last person who treated him with any form of kindness has been killed, and he is shunned by what is left of his family. With no parents, no real family, and no place to go, Ren escapes into the confusing streets and alleyways of Shibuya. Through the twists and turns of the alleys, Ren stumbles into the intimidating Kuma Tetsu, who leads him to the beast realm of Shibuten. For Kumetetsu, doesn't that mean Iron Bear? For Kumetetsu, the boy represents a chance for him to become a candidate to replace the Lord of the Realm once he retires. While nearly unmatched in combat, Kumetetsu's chilly persona leaves him with no disciples to teach and no way to prove he is worthy of becoming the Lord's successor. While the two share different goals, they agree to help each other in order to reach them. Kumetetsu searches for recognition. Ren, now known as Kyoda, searches for the home he never had. As the years pass by, it starts to become apparent that the two are helping each other in more ways than they originally thought. Perhaps there has always been less of a difference between them, a boy and a beast, than either of them ever realized. Written by Mal Rewrite. So it sounds kind of interesting. Sounds like a nice little heartwarming story about a sort of like master apprentice forming a sort of father-son bond. And just generally, it just looks like an interesting movie. I think I first came to attention to this movie from like an OVA I saw on YouTube. So,
well, maybe we'll have another hidden gem.
Maybe we'll have another not hidden gem.
We'll find out next.
This movie is not hidden. It has 155,000 ratings on Mal. Yeah, this would just be a gem. Okay. If this movie's good, it's not hidden. Gem. It's just a gem.
Just Jemmy.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be a Christmas episode. I'll be dressed up like Santa Claus.
Oh my God, we're gonna have a Christmas episode. Oh, okay. It will be our Christmas episode, but we're not gonna have a Christmas episode. Okay.
No.
I got worried. Should we? Well, I was gonna say, should we arrange like a Christmas movie? But the answer is no, because someone never even watched the Halloween movie. It wasn't me, by the way. I don't know if you got that.
The funny thing is, like, my girlfriend and I were sitting here. We're going through my Netflix, and I went through my list. I'm like, why do I have the Autopsy of Jane Doe in here? Why am I supposed to watch this? And then you brought up to him like, oh, that's why. Yeah, completely forgot about it. Well, I mean, maybe we can watch like some like Christmas type of show, like a quick anime movie or something.
I don't know any Christmas anime. The only anime I can think of off of Christmas is the Santa thing created by Ken Akamatsu, which I don't think is dubbed, and I don't know why anyone would want to watch it other than me, who is the hugest Ken Akamatsu fan.
Maybe there's a Digimon episode that's a Christmas episode.
Well, see, I can't watch an episode of Digimon. Because then I'd have to watch all of Digimon, because I don't drop anime, and I'm not going to watch all of Digimon. Fair. Having enough trouble suffering through Pokemon right now.
Why are you watching Pokemon?
So I've never dropped an anime. I'm going back and making sure, and watching all of the anime I've ever dropped, like all of it, so that I can say I've never dropped an anime.
Yeah, Pokemon has like 3 good episodes. All of them have Bulbasaur in it. Really,
there are some decent episodes of Pokemon, but yeah, it's a fucking slog. It is a challenge to get through these. But then when I'm
lot.
But when I'm done, I'll be like, I've seen 1,000 anime, and they'll be like, yeah, how many have you dropped? Fucking none of them. And then people will be like, why? What is wrong with you?
I'll be watching One Piece till I'm dead.
Yeah. One Piece is wrapping.
Is it wrapping finally? Jesus.
Kind of, no. I mean, it's like it. There's not a lot left, according to Oda. So he said when we he said when we got to Wano, it's at like the 80% mark. So, and he said Wano's going to be a pretty beastly arc. So it's just like Wano, and because Wano should be one of the final islands before the end of One Piece. So we have Wano, we have Rastiel, we have the true final island, we have like the resolution of the plot. We probably still have to go to Giant Land, but yeah. So there shouldn't be too much more of One Piece left.
Oh well, they stopped the English dub, so I won't finish that show.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a shame. One Piece is fucking amazing. One Piece is the greatest
I
shonen of all
really like
time.
it.
Yeah.
I do like it a lot, but I'm already used to the American voices. If
Yeah.
I started in Japanese, maybe, but
I did start
there's a
in
lot of filler.
Japanese. Well, no, actually, technically, I started with the 4K's dub, the 4Kids dub of One Piece. But
Yeah.
yeah, we all
Well,
remember that with the water guns and the balloon animals. And the Smoker just had lit matches in his mouth, which I think might actually be more dangerous than having a cigar.
I forgot about those awesome dubs.
Yeah.
I forgot how good they were. Yeah, so good.
They made progress too. They got to like episode 200 with them of the 4Kids dub.
Did they really?
They got all the way to Skype. Yeah, to Skypea.
That's where I am right now. I'm like halfway through that.
Okay, all right. So you're getting into the goodest parts, the bestest parts. You're learning about the poneglyphs.
Yeah, like I think they just got there with like the last episode I watched.
Mm-hmm.
So I watched all the filler too.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. So you're getting into the poneglyphs and stuff, where we learn about the conspiracy of the Void Century, which is
I need to start watching that again.
what makes One Piece so fucking amazing. But anyway, yeah. So now we have it picked out. Everyone go watch the movie The Boy and His Beast if you haven't, and report back next month when we fucking talk about this. This will be on.
Yeah.
This will be on
December
5th. It looks like. Hopefully we won't need to postpone this. I might have something coming up early December. Hopefully we won't need to postpone the podcast. I've tried to arrange it around so it won't be necessary, but we'll see how it comes. I'll definitely like make post on it and alert you, Ray, about it. If
yeah. Keep forgetting my names right now.
Yep, you've officially changed. You're the artist formerly known as John. All right, I think we're good to wrap, right?